how many people do you know who struggle with their health? Chances are, whether they show it or not, most of the people in your life do. And chances are, you're one of them. Whether you're dealing with anxiety, depression, endometriosis, acne, eczema, autoimmune, thyroid, Lyme, brain fog, fatigue, or any other symptom or condition, you're far from alone. Living with symptoms has become the new normal. So no more guessing games. It's time to get answers. Welcome to the Medical Medium Podcast. I'm Anthony William.
This is episode 2 of the Medical Medium Light Blast series, and we're talking about the healing stories of what people felt, what they experienced as the light came down upon them. As a child, I remember being in the back seat of my mom and dad's car, and wherever we were going, I would be in the back seat and I would look out the window, and it didn't matter if it was day or night, and I would ask Spirit of Compassion if anybody in those houses that we were driving by were going through a hard time with their health, struggling, a hard time emotionally, physically. Were they battling chronic illness? Were they suffering from a disease? Were they injured by someone or some institution or something? Were they suffering from a great loss or a difficult physical challenge? If it was dark outside and we were driving by different houses, going down different streets, I would look to see if the lights were on, coming from different parts of the houses. And I would ask Spirit of Compassion, does anybody need any light? As I was looking out the window, I would say light. And I would tune in and focus on that home we were driving by. Then I would say to Spirit of Compassion, send light down upon that roof. Send light all through that house. And then we'd be on to the next street. And I'd say, light, and do it all over again. I would ask Spirit of Compassion to send light down upon so many homes we were driving by. I truly wanted to help. I truly cared about what people were struggling from, what they were struggling with. And without me realizing, it became also my training ground. 6, 7, 8 years old, I practiced this every time I was in the car. Over the years, throughout my childhood, I had Spirit of Compassion send so much light through so many different homes, through so many car rides that I was in hopes to truly help in any way. For anyone that was struggling or had any kind of challenge whatsoever, I wanted to help. I wanted to give light. I wanted them to have an edge of some kind to help them battle whatever it is they were going through. In this episode, you're going to hear some amazing people. Individuals with life experience with chronic illness, experienced in the spiritual world. And as you listen to their stories, it will resonate and enter your heart, your mind, your spirit, and soul. So here we are, the Light Blast Healing Stories.
I experienced the first virtual Light Blast. That was incredible. I mean, what a truly spiritual experience. I mean, it really shook me. I had no idea what to expect, but when it started, I really felt like I had never experienced anything like that in my entire life. It was like he was in the room. I don't even know how to explain it. It was like so powerful, something I've never felt in my entire life. It was amazing. Yeah. If that's how amazing the virtual one was, I'm so looking forward to the Light Blast tonight. Yeah, I've been really praying for this, so I'm really excited.
Yes, this time was very different from me compared to all the other Light Blasts that I've experienced with Anthony. So this one I felt it in my heart. So my heart was like racing, and I started feeling the light coming through my body and exiting through my feet before the Light Blast actually happened. So I'm like, oh, okay, so it's coming, you know, because it's already like streaming down. So, and in the heart, like the first light was like, it's like in the heart. I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. That's something different. So, another after Calabasas one, I felt light. Like when I closed my eyes when I got home, that's when it hit me. I saw light, and he actually mentioned that a lot of people are going to see light tonight after the Light Blast, and you're going to be on cloud, 9 or 7, whatever the expression is. Cloud 9? In Russian, it's cloud 7, so I'm always, yes. So, okay. So yes, and so I was I was laying in bed and I just saw light. I closed my eyes, but it was like bright as daylight. So I am like, oh my God. And there were so many sensations going in the body. And sometimes you feel effects like days or weeks later. And of course, the healing reactions that I had after Culver City one were pretty interesting. So they were never subtle.
It's hard to explain, but every time I get when something good happens, even if it's like the next week or last time I was here, it was like the same within the first hour. Can't really talk about it, but it was amazing, you know? There was one time where it's like, yeah, I could definitely, I had to keep it together there a little bit, you know? So I just appreciate them because every time something happens in my life, whether it's like people I haven't heard from in a long time or fixing relationships or anything really. But I always notice a difference one way or another. So I didn't necessarily see the light, but I have been like emotionally impacted by it before. But it's definitely a good feeling, you know. But I bet when I'll be driving home, I'll be, you know, I'll be high driving the car just from the light blast. I'm sure of it. So.
So I had, I've been following Medical Medium for quite a few years, and I love the light blasts. So I had 3 light blasts. 2 were online, and then 1 was in person here in June, and then I had a 4th one. Well, the 4th one just went right through me. There was like an electrical current down my body, and I had shingles pain. I've had shingles pain since I've been in my 20s, so it's been like 40, 50 years. And it just went away. I just didn't feel it anymore. And my back, I had it in my back, and my back was hurting really bad at the time. And it just went away. It was just amazing. So that just really made me want to come back, get another one, and, you know, I'm a follower, so that's it.
Wow. How long ago was that you had that improvement with your shingles pain?
That was the 4th light blast that I received, and that was back in June here in Culver City.
And then what about the light blast? What was that like for you tonight?
Oh, that was awesome. I think it was around the 2nd time where he was getting louder. I knew that I was clear, which that's an improvement. In the previous light blasts, I felt blocked either the whole time or up until the last minute. I've been doing a lot of spiritual work to clear that and energetic work. So I felt clear a lot earlier on, and then I saw the light over my crown towards the end, and I thought maybe it was from people taking photos. I know at previous events it was because people are taking photos, but I was like, nobody's taking photos over my head, so that must really be the light. So it was cool.
Incredible.
I felt the same, but the next day I was surprised because I participated in the light blast a few times prior, not in person, just digitally. And I oftentimes, if I'm out, we were outside, it was dark, and I don't do so well, I get migraines, and I did not have a migraine. And I was expecting to have a migraine, and I haven't had one since I've been here.
Wow.
And I get them often, and I haven't had inflammation, and I have inflammation daily, and except for when I'm early in the day when I'm having celery juice and the heavy metal detox.
That's remarkable for your inflammation and for your migraines to come down like that. And I know how debilitating migraines can be, so that's a very big deal.
Yes, it doesn't go away just in a few hours.
Yeah.
It lasts, my husband says 36 hours to 2 days.
Wow.
Because you have the migraine hangover.
Yeah, it's like
afterwards. So it's so nice that she hasn't had that. It's great.
Incredible. And then what about you? What was your experience like?
With the light blast, the first time he did it, I felt the light blast come through, and I just felt lighter, more energetic. it's been great. Each day that's gone on, it felt even better and just overall brighter.
I had to come again and experience it again in person because I did it before online, live, a couple of times, but it's different. And I felt the light moving further in. So tonight I really felt it move through. So it was different, and it's very subtle. I can't really tell. Like, it's not a big, like, oh wow, I feel like this big. No, it's very subtle, and I really had profound, like, symptom changes. Every time after the light blast, there was something that bettered. And I think the biggest change was once I had a lot of hot flashes. I was having an intoxication because of a water filter that I didn't change for over years. It was horrible, and I didn't realize, and I re-intoxicated myself with this water filter, and I didn't know by then. And then later I found out, but this hot flashes still persisted. And then after that one light blast, they just were gone and never came back. It was crazy, yes, because I used to have them multiple times a day, and it was very uncomfortable. And they just were gone. And it was an online light blast. And there was and I didn't feel anything. And afterwards I go, oh, these hot flashes are gone. What happened? Yeah, so I attributed it to the light blast, and I know it came from there. So hopefully tonight again, it caused some bettering in my symptoms that are still left, or, I directed it also. I had it to myself and also to my son. That was the most important part for me. I directed it to him and also to my mom. So then the last ones I took for myself too a little bit. That was so important for me. Yeah, and sharing the healing. This will make life easier for me at the end. It's not even, it's the people I care most about, so hopefully it helped.
I've felt all the light blasts. It feels like it runs through your system, like an energy force. So like an energy upgrade is how I have to experience, and all of them were like that. And you feel really content and happy and peaceful afterwards.
Were you one of the people who experienced a blockage, and you know how sometimes it will get stuck, and then there's another blast that's needed? Were you one of those people?
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I felt, not one of the in people, like he would say, hey, that guy over there. But yeah, I definitely felt like it would stop. But you can feel when it moves through to your toes and to the earth. You can feel when it goes through. The stubborn symptoms have all gone down, and I'm more motivated to cleanse. I'm more motivated to eat less fat, and I'm closer to the angels and God. Because I think you need a spiritual aspect. With this, you can do all the food protocols perfectly, but we need to bring in the angels and God in our life too, because they're very healing. They're there waiting for us to talk to them. So why not connect with that?
They're amazing because I experienced them at home in the Netherlands, and this time was unreal. I was there, I was with my friends, and I felt it. I felt the light coming to my head, to my body, and I've never felt it before. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, I saw the light because I closed my eyes and I was sitting. I remember that, and I saw just this part here in my brain, in front of my third eye. I saw it coming down every time. Really special.
I felt pretty giddy. I think it was just like the whole culmination of the night, the experience of it all, and then like the cookies, and then the tea, and then just like meeting him, and then the friends I had made. I was just like so happy, and yeah, I felt elated. And then when the light came through, it was kind of like it was almost like a dizziness, slight. Not dizziness isn't quite the right word, but like a whoa. And then once that kind of calmed down and I grounded, it was like, oh, I feel just full of light. I feel so joyful right now. It's like, it's a feeling that doesn't, come around all the time. It's just like,
amazing.
Yeah, it's good.
That's amazing. And was that different from your experience of the light blast that you got before?
Yeah, I feel like they're all different. They all have their unique thing depending on what I'm going through in that moment. Sometimes it's like I feel like something in my heart, like a sadness if I'm going through something that's difficult, and then I feel like that emotional release, and like I'll have tears sometimes. Sometimes it'll be like really grounding. So it was cool to have the experience tonight of like just that flavor of just like, whoa, this is beautiful.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It was emotional the first time. It was huge. I had all this energy released out of my throat, and I cried. It was beautiful. It was pretty epic. And to be in the group, I think, just amplifies it. So yeah, such a blessing.
I was able to experience the light blast and sit right in front where Anthony was doing the light blast. And yes, it is powerful virtually, but in person, it's completely different. And I could feel the energy come through. Like with the first light blast that he did, I felt my whole body shake. I could feel like the lightning bolt come through me all the way down from the crown down to my toes and through down to Mother Earth. And it was a beautiful experience.
You know, the most memorable one was the one we did in Calabasas. Anthony got up on the stage, and I was lucky enough to sit in the front. And when he's speaking, he has such a great presence and an energy that radiates the room. So you could feel it even before the light blast. And then when he does the light blast, for me, it feels like a resonance with a higher purpose. I can't say that it's a light switch. A lot of people are like, oh, well, I instantly healed. It wasn't anything like that, but it was more congruence within my body and openness to the experience. Mm-hmm. And Anthony helps bring, no pun intended, light to that.
Tonight, I was sitting there, and it sounds maybe a little bit crazy or funny, but when the light blast was happening, I had the feeling my whole body is vibrating, and I think something deep inside of me was changing in a good way. I can't say what it is, but maybe the way how I behave or something like this. So it really does something with my system, and I'm still thinking, oh, what's going on? I'm vibrating. I will think I'm passing out, but I'm not passing out. So everything is good. So, but this was really intense, and I believe there's something, and I felt it. Yeah, it's always something. I can tell you, like when I have to describe it, it's always something completely different. I mean, it's like it looks like the same setup. But it's for me personally, it's something else. Yeah. Yes. And I tried this today when the light blast is happening, to send it to some friends and family and people they need it maybe.
It's amazing. He's just amazing. Just whether I'm listening to him or in his presence or whatever, and he's been such a guiding light for me in such profound ways. So the experience is amazing. That's all I can say. And I was sharing with somebody earlier, I was in such a state of devastating, profound grief after losing my dad. I still get a little emotional. I don't know that I would have, I know that I would not have made it through without the protocols, and I believe the light blasts, because I think I had gone so low in my grief and my experience of betrayal around other people that were, in their machinations of things, which happens oftentimes when people are nearing the end, that the light blast probably lifted me up enough to be able to go on to the Advanced 369 and then onto the brain shots, which have been profound change. And I'm super excited because I've been doing the betrayal one. And within a couple, 2 days, I could not believe that I started to feel the old me coming back, but hopefully even better. So yeah, it's been amazing. You know, and I just generally, I feel better. I feel better with the light blast. I feel better with everything I do with him because it really is the real thing and it really does work. And I wish I could just shout it from the rooftops and get everyone to do it. And I try, you know, and it's really, it's giving it a try and giving it a chance. That's really what the secret is.
Where would you like the light to go? Where do you want it to enter? Do you want the light to hit your heart, your liver, your spleen, your pancreas? Do you want the light to enter your brain? Do you want it to enter your hand, your foot, to something that ails you? Do you want the light to enter a place in your body that you feel pain and discomfort? Your gut, your stomach, your thyroid, your adrenals. You can direct the light to hit certain areas in your body as it's coming down. It'll hit the top of your head first, and then find the spot that you want it to be directed to. Do you think you have a blockage? Is there something inside of you that you feel is stuck? Is it stuck energy? Is it a block of some kind? Do you want that removed? Do you want the light to hit it and free that block? Free that stagnant energy? Is it emotional? Is there something you're struggling with on an emotional level? Do you want that light to hit those emotions and free those emotions that are stuck or that you feel are controlling you? Do you want the light to break patterns that are toxic, that you feel you just can't escape? Do you want the light to stop addictions? Are you struggling with something that you know isn't good for you, but you can't let go? Do you want the light directed to your depression, to deep sadness, or loneliness? Are you lacking faith and you need a faith boost? Direct the light to strengthening new faith. And maybe you just want the light to go to a loved one, somebody you care about, somebody that you love, somebody that you know is struggling and going through a hardship or a hard time. And you can send the light to them. You can direct it to the ones you care about. And this includes your pets, your animals, your furry friends.
Original published medical medium information gets stolen and poached by podcast doctors, social media doctors, influencers, and medical clinics. Medical medium information has never yet been proven wrong by medical science and research. Instead, the opposite, only proven right and then taken from medical medium published material and used in the conventional and alternative health communities. Medical medium information continually sets the stage for medical science to understand chronic illness better. If you choose to share or use the original, unique content from the Medical Medium podcast, books, or Medical Medium social media, please cite where this information comes from, so others who see and learn of this information have a chance to know where it all originates, to give them an opportunity to heal, so they don't end up losing years of their life searching for answers like so many have before them. The Medical Medium information here on this podcast doesn't come from broken science, interest groups, medical funding with strings attached, botched research, lobbyists, internal kickbacks, persuaded belief systems, private panels of influencers, health field payoffs, trendy traps, or gathered bits and pieces of gimmicky confusion. Because chronic illness is exploding like never before in our modern day history, it takes a greater force than us down here. It takes a helping hand from above. Medical medium information has street cred. It's an organic movement of countless people around the world healing. More healing stories of real people not being paid to tell their life-changing experiences of rising out of the ashes of sickness and entering into the light of full recovery, getting their lives back and finally healing when nothing else in the world of health could move the needle and get them better. The information on this podcast is not man-made. It comes from above, from a higher source. Whatever you believe in, whether God, the universe, the light, or the creator, or if you believe in nothing at all, that we're just floating through space together on this rock, know that the information you hear on this podcast is separate from all the other noise out there. It comes from a different place, a pure, untampered with, advanced, clean, uncorrupted, original, primary source, a higher source, spirit of compassion.